Everyone, it's Natalie again, and today I am 5 weeks post-op from my bilateral brachioplasty. So I wanted to provide a 5 week update today and talk about how the last week has gone. Last Monday, I went to my 4 week post-op appointment with my surgeon, and I wanted to share some of the stuff that we discussed because I actually hadn't seen this online in other places before. My hair is crazy. Oh well. It is what it is. Um, it must be the technique that he uses. But so, first of all, he cleared me for all activities. I can go back to doing everything that I did pre-surgery. Doesn't mean that I'm comfortable doing all of those things yet, but I needed that empowerment from my surgeon in order to feel more relaxed about attempting certain tasks again, right? And so he showed me that actually I can raise my arms above my head. As you can see, I have the surgical tape on now, the silicone tape, to try and help these scars heal. I love my arms. Oh my God. But he said, okay, he showed me my arms can raise above my head. It feels a little tight, right? So that's why I mean, like, to the extent that I'm comfortable. Um, and he said, what you're going to do is snap my sutures that are in the arm. And at first I was like, what do you mean we're snapping sutures? That sounds wild. I'm scared. Of course, I was like, is this going to hurt? Of course, it didn't hurt. He showed me, he took my hand and we popped one together just by like pressing in along the incision line. And he said, at this point, you're not going to open the incision, right? So um, you can continue to do the massages a little bit more firmly and then to try and pop those sutures, right? So after that, I went home and I definitely massaged down on my incisions, and I got a lot more of the sutures snapped on my own. It was kind of like popping bubble wrap. Weird sensation, but also like not painful at all. So that was last Monday. This past week, I took 2 exercise classes, 2 spin classes, and then I started feeling like it was a bit much. My arms feel a little bit strange. They might swell a little bit with the exercise. So I just kind of take it easy, not trying to do too much. And then today I also went to a spin class. So last week I went Tuesday, Wednesday, and today's Tuesday. So I spun today. I'm planning to spin tomorrow. And to just continue like that, little by little, returning to my old activities. The incision itself is like a red line. It's kind of starting to change a little bit. Not that it's becoming raised or anything, but it's something that needs a lot of attention, care, and management for sure. I use the silicone tape, and when I don't have the silicone tape, I am using scar gel, which is also silicone scar gel, right? I got it online, and if I'm going to exercise, I put on the silicone scar gel because I don't want to sweat underneath this tape, right? Today, also for the first time, I was able to shave my armpits, so I'm feeling really a lot happier about that because I was like hairy here, and I don't want to be hairy. Okay, so this is the tape all the way down into my armpit, and that's where the incision ends. So overall, very happy I did this. I'm just feeling a bit maybe stiff, right? So I don't quite feel like I have a comfortable full range of motion yet, and I look forward to little by little getting that back and continuing to improve, strengthen, right? I'm building back my strength at this point and continuing to heal because although, it's 5 weeks out and at this point I'm able to return to activities, that doesn't mean that I'm healed. Just because the incision is closed and it's not hurting or like some of the, really scary stuff I was experiencing before isn't happening anymore. That doesn't mean that I'm healed on the inside. These tissues on the inside of my arm are still healing, and it's going to be like that for a while, right? So, and I'm still a little bit swollen in my elbows, but for the most part, like my arms are starting to soften up, which is very encouraging to me. And I'm really excited to continue to see improvements. Moving forward, I may or may not make weekly video updates. I'm finding that around the week 2 or 3 mark, there were a lot of daily changes, and I was especially starting to feel a little bit better each day. And at this point, it's more of a week to week thing. So, unless I have something to report, I might not come on here and make a video, but I'm glad that I was able to document this for anyone else who might be considering having a brachioplasty. Um, so that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week. Bye.